What's up, Forex traders? So boy Ali Savvy again with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my analysis and how I trade. Basically, I trade a little bit of a smart money, and I trade. I'm a smart money trader with a very simplified method. I don't trade all those jargons that they're saying. They're not jargons though, but to me, I like to keep things as simple as possible. So the first thing I do when I do my analysis, I do my analysis every weekend, and I trade analysis for the whole week. So what the first thing I do when I'm doing my analysis is go to the monthly time frame and mark my zones. You guys can see that my chart is very clean, very clean. That's how it should be. I go to the monthly time frame and mark my zone. This green line you are seeing, these two green line are my monthly zones. So when price come to my monthly zones, I refine, and when I mark my monthly zone, I refine it to the daily zone. So the first thing I do is to mark my monthly zone and refine it to mark my monthly zone, which is this green line and this green line, and then refine it to my daily zone. The second thing I do is to go to the weekly time frame and mark my weekly zones. My weekly zones, my weekly zone, which is this two blue line right here. This blue line and this other blue line right here. So last week, which was Friday, price get to this my blue line, and I took a sell from there right here, and I make some few bucks, bro. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna touch. So I made some few bucks right there. Let me show you how the trade plays out. So when price gets to my weekly zone, normally I refine it to the 4-hour time frame. I refine the zone to 4-hour time frame to avoid manipulation. So what I do normally is to refine it to the 4-hour time frame, but after when price get to my weekly zone, look at what price did. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame real quick. So when price come to my weekly zone, I will go to the 5 minutes time frame for my first entry, which is the first entry. I call it reaction entry. Then after the reaction entry, I wait for my main setup, which is either valid change of character, invalid change of character, or valid breakout. Now in this case, we had our first entry right here, which was, when we go to the first 5 minutes time frame, you're going to see, let me show you guys some real quick. When price came to the weekly zone, although the zone should be as big as this, but me, I normally use just one line to avoid all this noise in the market. So when price came to my weekly zone, it was trending to the upside. On the 5 minutes, it was trending to the upside, it was trending to the upside. But when price came in, look at what price did. Price changed. When price sweep this liquidity right here, price gave us a value change of character. Why? Because it created a structure. You guys can see there's a change of character right here, but this is not a value change of character because there is no structure created. I'm going to explain all these things in my next video, so make sure you subscribe to this channel. Very important, because what I'm showing in this channel, guys, you hardly see it on YouTube, because I only know one person that trades the same way I trade, which is MentorFS, and he's my mentor though. So when price sweep this liquid, this was a manipulation. There was no valid structure created. But when price goes up, take people out, people who enter very early right here, it took them out, and there was a structure created. In my next video, I'll explain why there was the way the structure is in the market. And when price sweep liquidity, what I does it, I mark my SND right here. There was an SND right here. An SND right here. So I just mark my SND right here, and then wait patiently for price to come to the SND. And when price came to the SND, there was a drastic move. When price came to, like, this first move, people will think I have missed the trade. But guys, when you understand what you're doing, you don't need to panic. It's either you miss the trade, you win, or you lose. That's what happens in the forex market. So don't stop trying to panic in the forex market. So when price go back to my SND right there, that was a sniper entry, guys. And I was even asleep. I just wake up to that price has already taken me in, and I was glad though. So my stop loss was above this high. My stop loss was above this high, right here. So we got at least 1:3 on that trade. Although I'm not gonna lie, I got out at this point right here when price was trying to reverse up. I got out, but my overall top take profit was at this yellow line right here, but I got out at this point. Why? Because of the retracement. And secondly, yesterday was Friday, which I don't think there is advisable to hold your trade over the weekend, especially when you are scalping. Although because this is kind of an intraday or scalping method, and that is it for the trade. It was a win, and I was glad we took that trade without any hesitation. So my next setup was, after price hit our weekly zone, let's go to the daily time frame. Our daily zone, our weekly zone, there was an imbalance right here on the daily time frame. This is a weekly zone, and there's an imbalance right here on the daily time frame, which when we go back to that imbalance, there is no 4-hour did not change character before price got to that imbalance. So therefore that was an invalid change of character for me. So that was an invalid change of character for me. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. That was an invalid change of character for me. So since there is an invalid change of character, there is every tendency that price is going to push up from that place. Although nothing is 100% in the forex market, but there is at least 70% chance that the price is going to move away from here. So when price get to this invalid change of character point, I'm going to go back to my 5 minutes again and wait for a valid change of character. And now I'm going to wait for a valid change of character to the upside on the 5 minutes. And when we go to that, when we got the confirmation that price is about to reverse, then I'll go for a buy. Using my snap entry, I'll go for at least 1:4, 1:5, depending on the risk reward I got. This one I'm supposed to got 1:5, but I could not hold because it was Friday and price was kind of consolidating around this place on the 5 minutes. So I have to leave the market. So when price come to this place successfully by tomorrow or by Tuesday, I'm going to be taking a buy from here if I got my entry confirmation. And if I did not get my entry confirmation, that is fine. So that is how I analyze my trades. So first of all, I go to the monthly time frame. I mark my zones. Come to the weekly time frame, and I also mark my zone on the weekly time frame. So when price get to my monthly time frame, I will go to the 30 minutes to take my entry. But when price is at my monthly time frame and my weekly time frame, I use the 5 minutes to take my entry. So that is how I trade. Very simple and straightforward strategy. So if you like content like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll be dropping new videos on how I trade, everything I have to trade, but I'll be dropping an update on how this setup goes in the next video. So make sure you subscribe to stay tuned and see what the outcome comes. It can be a loss, it can be a win. Nothing is guaranteed in the forex market, but whenever you have a good edge in the market, after 5 or 10 trades, you see that you come out profitable when you have a good edge and a good risk to reward. So see you in the next one. I still remain your boy Eli Savvy. See you on the next one. And again, I'm coming back with another banger.